Thank you. Councillor Sheard.
I'm a bit confused because I've been getting mixed messages here. I mean, I did rise it originally put down to speak because I agree with Robert. I think usually we'll be right for a change. In that, I think that the large-scale developers will find ways to avoid this tax because they find ways to avoid all taxes. The large companies, and they always will do. So I think you're right, and I think you're right that the small ones will be the ones who haven't got the flash lawyers to get them out of it and will pay it. So I think you're right on that thing. But then we got comments about we should make sure we charge it up front, but otherwise we won't get it. We said we should reduce it, we shouldn't be charging it in bits. So we're getting different messages about whether we should charge it up front or not. And then it's called a labour tax. If there was a labour tax, I think we should be going for a development land tax. Because I think the person who should be taxed is the person who happens to own land and makes a profit just by owning land and getting planning permission on it. So the day that planning permission is granted, I think the day planning permission is granted, the rates for what they've got planning permission for should be payable from that day. To stop people land banking, to stop people making massive profits just because their families in the past have found some way to acquire land. In the Spen Valley, when the common land was stolen off the people of the Spen Valley, 90% of land in the Spen Valley was common land. On the Enclosures Act that came in, it was shared out. They said, we'll share the land out fairly across the families in the Spen Valley. We'll share it to the families who own land. And only 5 families own land. So all the land in the Spen Valley was given to these landowners. And they've passed that down, and now they're making profit from owning land. So I think if it was a labour tax, it'd be development land tax, and we'd make the rich bastards pay for them.